Hello, my name's Justin. I was in a group with Joey, Paige, Ruth, Lucas, and Ethan, and our project was community park cleanup. I think a good spot to start here is why parks matter. All of us have enjoyed parks in our youth and as we go forward, and they're a great space for communities to congregate. Here in Vermilion, I feel like every weekend there's something going on at a park. Um, and with that, with all of us having enjoyed parks and been there, we've obviously all of us have noticed the litter and realized that it causes a real impact on the enjoyment of the park. And that really was the motivation for this project in our group. We noticed a need, that'd be the litter. Um, and then we discussed why it was. And I think we realized that resources tend to be stretched thin for communities and cities. And that's not to say they're not trying. It's just that they are stretched thin, and I think we saw an opportunity to make a real impact on the communities that we live in. And all we need to do is really volunteer some of our time. Um, those last couple slides there, they kind of capture the planning phase of this project, and I think it's important to talk about the organizing phase of this project. Obviously, this being an online class, all of us have different work schedules, school schedules, activity schedules, and we live in different communities. So I think early on we realized that we needed to find a way to make this flexible for each team member. And to do that, we realized that it was going to be an effort, individual efforts driving towards a common goal. And that meant sometimes team members would be working alone or with one or two others, and it wasn't really realistic to say, hey, we're going to get together 5 or 6 times with all 6 group members. One of the When we're talking about challenges of this group project, I think the first one we need to talk about is South Dakota weather. First off, I think it's the reason for so much of the trash and accumulation in these parks. We have windy winters here, um, and then for organizing the project, um, it's hard to organize when you don't know when snow is going to get off the ground. So we weren't able to even start the project itself until March. So that was a real challenge. And when we were able to start, we weren't able to really plan 2 3 weeks in advance. We had to be ready at the drop of the hat to go out and do the work, and that was a real challenge for us. And I think the next two really really go hand in hand, and it's developing trust. We're in an online class. We might not know each other very well, our group mates, and we have to trust them. We have to trust that they're getting the work done, that they're going out and doing the work that they say they're going to do. And I think what happened for all of us in this group was that trust was a challenge. Trusting these people was a challenge. And then at some point, that trust turned into an asset. I trusted that when Lucas said he was going to be out at Prentice Park at 2, that he would be there and I could go help him out. Or that when someone else said they were going out to do something, I knew that there was work getting done. And that was a really, really cool thing, I think, that happened in this project. And then talking about organizational behavior and action. Obviously, we've learned a ton of things in this class, and a lot of them I think were implemented in this group project. But I think what I found most interesting or most revealing was that the things that we've learned in this class exist in the group itself without ever being implemented. And that taught me that, as we move forward into the workforce, that the things that we're learning here, we're going to be able to implement in the future. And one of those things is just leadership. We didn't have a traditional leader or a manager, but each group member was able to motivate each other, check in, and make sure things were getting done. And that was really eye opening to me, and I think really a cool part of this project. And and then just wrapping things up, I think what was really important about this project was we got hands-on experience with teamwork and working in a group, and the way the workforce works today. Um, we're it's likely that we're going to be working in a remote group or a hybrid group, and we're all going to have our goals we're all going to have a common goal, but we're going to work in teams, separated by across states, across city, across countries, and we're going to have to be able to work together while being apart as we drive towards a common goal. And I think this project really helped us or gave us experience in that. And I think also this really turned into making a difference in the communities. And I think that in the end, that was really the most impactful thing for me. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your semester. Thanks again.